Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to Nikki Rowe High School. Today's by-district playoff game between district champions, the Nikki Rowe Warriors, facing the Los Fresnos Falcons, as we're getting ready for the national anthem. Wow, what a great start. Welcome back to Basketball Night in McAllen. We are here at Nikki Rowe High School for this by-district playoff game between the Nikki Rowe Warriors and the Los Fresnos Falcons. Hello, everyone. I'm Mario Reina, and joining me here today, helping me out, is a former Pan American College University basketball player, Curtis Glasper, who will help me out bringing in insight into this game. Curtis, we have a big ball game here. You have a Nikki Rowe Ball Club coming in here with a 30-1 record, and that is no typo, folks. 30 wins. Incredible season against Los Fresnos, who came out as a fourth-place team. What do we expect here tonight, Curtis?
Well, Los Fresnos coming in, the lower seed, they're going to have to do a good job of taking care of the ball and execute and make certain that they make every opportunity count, because Rowe is a great ball club. They're well coached, and they has great size and depth.
Okay, as we're calling the starters right now for Los Fresnos, the starting lineup. They do have Hugo De La Cruz, Jeremy Cifuentes, David Tejeda, Juan Tamayo, and Trevor Summer. And now that home court advantage, of course, could play into this game. And you can see already, as you can take a look at the screen, the Los Fresnos Falcons starters, the first five are their actual starters. Lots of excitement here, and why not? The Rowe Warriors are ranked number 9 in the state. Fantastic season. They started the season with a win, then they had a loss, and then they've won 29 straight ball games. That is a tremendous streak. And Curtis, we like to talk back in your playing days. I know you guys played Indiana and Marquette and Wichita State. They were kind of the underdogs, and that's probably how the Falcons feel here tonight.
No question, they're the underdogs, but they have to just maintain and play together and execute. As for Rowe, all they need to do is what they got written on the back of their shirt, rise to the occasion.
And you can take it.
They're 30-1. But they just have to stay focused and do what they've been doing all year long.
And we have the starting lineup already coming out for the Warriors. Chris Gatlin being introduced. He's a six-man. It'd be great to have a six-man like Chris Gatlin that would be starting in probably 95% of the schools here in the state of Texas. Here's one of the starters being introduced. Number 24, Gabriel Garcia. And here comes Jojo Martinez, who is a transfer that came in from Valley View. He's actually the quarterback, the point guard. He's the one that controls. Outside shooter, number 11, Marcus Contreras, coming in averaging 10 points per game. Alan Martinez, who's had a very good season, coming in averaging 18.3 points a game and 8 rebounds per game. And the big man in the center, Rudy Campos, who's coming in here with a double-double, averaging 18.8 points per game and 11.4 points per game. Curtis, the coach for the Falcons is Marcos Hinojosa, who actually played for Coach Yerba when Coach Yerba was coaching at Brownsville Lopez back in years 94 through 98. Of course, Coach Yerba coached at Lopez and came over to Nikki Rowe. Do you think Coach Yerba showed him everything he needed, or he has a couple of secrets under his sleeve?
Well, I'm pretty sure he showed him a lot, but for this game in particular, he's probably going to throw a few wrinkles into it. He hasn't showed him everything in his arsenal, and he'll probably put out a few new ones tonight.
And the officials for tonight's game out of the Rio Grande Valley Texas Association of Sports Officials chapter, we have Luben Garcia, Freddy Martinez, and Julio Paco Lozano. And we're off for the tip-off between Campos and Trevor Summer. The tip-off controlled by Campos. The Warriors are a very difficult team to defend. They're very versatile. They can beat you from the outside. They can beat you from the inside. Nice pass inside. Quickly going to their power, and Campos takes advantage.
Well, there he just used his size to get the shot off there.
Looks like the Warriors are in their man-to-man defense. The Falcons coming in as a 4th seed. There's a steal by Contreras. All the way to the basket. And a turnover leads to points.
Rowe is applying a lot of pressure to try to create turnovers.
And that's the way the Rowe Warriors have played all season. Very aggressive defensively. The Falcons are going to have to weather the storm here early. Try to pass the ball, keep control of the ball. Nice pass inside.
Los Fresnos was able to screen on the ball and hit a guy cut into the basket there for the lay-in. Excellent play.
Excellent play, and Tamayo on an excellent pass was able to convert. The Falcons playing aggressive man-to-man defense inside, and a nice bank shot by Martinez.
A nice fadeaway there.
And that makes the score 6-2. I wonder how the kids feel. You can throw out the records right here now. It's playoff time. You know if you don't win, you're out. Nice move inside. And those are the type of shots that the Falcons need to finish, and we have a foul on that play. The Falcons can't afford to miss those, Curtis.
No, there's no way they can afford to miss those lay-ins because Rowe has too much size. They're not going to get many second shots with the size of Rowe.
And right away, the respect by the Falcons. They're not pressing. I'm pretty sure the scouting reports show that the Warriors are very difficult to press, as Jojo Martinez with the ball. Point guard Jojo Martinez, a transfer out of Valley View. As you can see, he is the quarterback. He is the John Stockton.
Los Fresnos appeared.
And a nice defensive
That was a
play.
great steal there.
And a foul after the shot. A nice defensive play right there by Hugo de la Cruz. Martinez was not expecting.
Los Fresnos had shifted to a matchup zone, and in the process of Martinez surveying what to do, Los Fresnos guard stole the ball from him.
And it looks like Hugo de la Cruz is okay, and I think because a coach came onto the court, they will have to substitute somebody.
Well, that was a great steal there by the Los Fresnos guard. As they shifted to a matchup zone. And while he was reading the defense, he didn't realize that the guard got in and stole the ball and went down there for the lay-in. He's going to have to adjust to this matchup zone that they're playing.
So this foul happened after the shot. So that means that the Falcons get the ball back. The Warriors up 6-4. Warriors in a man-to-man defense. Nice move.
Again, he missed that lay-in. He's going to have to hit that for them to stay in this ball game.
Nice block. Martinez all the way to the basket. Nice shot.
That was an excellent left-hand layup using the off hand there.
And a quick timeout by Coach Hinojosa. So how is the game playing out so far, Curtis?
Well, Los Fresnos is using their quickness. They're getting to the basket. They're trying to enter it into the high post and get backdoor cuts. But they're in it. They're getting to the basket, but they're just not executing the shots.
Well, you know, Mark, I mean, Curtis, we talk about this game. The Warriors coming in 9th ranked, a 30-1 record. They have won 29 consecutive games. That has to be a streak no matter what sport you're playing.
Well, that's remarkable, no question. But Los Fresnos doesn't appear to be intimidated by their record. They're out there hustling, they're scrapping. But if they can get some shots to fall, who knows?
And we
They
got to
may
give
be in
credit.
the ball game.
Let's give credit to JoJo Martinez after the turnover that led to a point and a foul by JoJo.
Oh, that was an
he
excellent
came
move.
back and made an excellent move and kind of made up
Excellent
for
move
it.
with the offhand with a minimum contact there.
And Mark, here's another turnover.
There's that
And
size
Campos
of
on an
Rowe.
offensive rebound.
There's that size of Rowe taking advantage, getting those second shots. Los Fresnos can't give up the second shots.
And that's something that Coach Hinojosa talked about as one of the keys to the game. He said that they had to minimize the turnovers, and he also said that they needed to rebound. The Falcons trying to create some offense. Lots of pressure, good pressure defense. Then the other problem, Curtis, is that once you beat your guard, you have to contend with Rudy Campos inside, so it's not easy for the guards.
Well, that's a good point because they have great size, and as I said, Los Fresnos continue to screen on the ball to try to get cuts to the basket.
Campos with the ball, back to Martinez on a big three-pointer. Good rebound.
Well, they're going to have to get to him because he's a great shooter.
Another turnover. Here comes Alan Martinez.
Well, that's a good steal there by Los Fresnos guard there. He stayed with it.
And a jump ball called. And that's something the Falcons have to be careful with, Curtis. They cannot afford to get trapped.
No, they got to stay away from the sideline. The sideline act as another defender. You have to keep the ball in the center of the court where you have more options.
And that's a good point. I want to come back to you on one of the layups that JoJo had. He used his offhand. And how important is it for the players to use both hands, Curtis?
Well, that's extremely important because the defense was on his right side. If he had used his right hand, he would have got the shot blocked. So he put the left-hand layup up and waited for the contact.
A nice defensive play there by the
excellent defense there.
Falcons. And that's what it takes. David Tejeda doing an excellent job. Good penetration by Tejeda. Finds the open man. And here's the three-pointer. Alan Martinez with a rebound. And right there you can tell how experienced Alan Martinez, the senior, is. Instead of going for nothing that was down for a fast break. Ball inside. And it looks like if they get the ball inside, Campos is going to have a lot of success.
Well, Rowe again going to their size inside, which makes it all that much important that Los Fresnos has to hit these shots that they're getting now.
Nice moves by JoJo Martinez. What a pass. Whoa. And the fans are excited thanks to JoJo Martinez.
Excellent job
baby.
of seeing the court there. Great pass.
And the Los Fresnos young man puts on a move on himself. As for Los Fresnos, he decided right there, Hugo de la Cruz, that he was going to bring in his own move. The score is 14-4. The Warriors so far in command.
Los Fresnos is getting to the basket, but they're having a hard time executing.
It looks like there's a lot of dribbling. And once again, tell us about that. They beat the defense, and Campos was right there, Curtis.
Yeah. Once you beat the primary defense, it's not over with there because they have so much size inside that you still have to contend with. You still have to execute the shot.
So as a guard, you got to feel good that if you're aggressive and you get beat, you always have Campos in the back helping you like a soccer goalie.
Exactly. You can afford to play more pressure out on the perimeters.
And Gatlin is now inside. Pass inside. Looks like we have a jump off. But Chris Gatlin is now substituting in for the Warriors. And what kind of player are we looking at in Chris Gatlin?
Well, he's a very athletic player with a lot of skills. So I'd like to have a sixth man coming off the bench like him because he can really play. It's a great fadeaway there.
Are you for real?
It's a great fadeaway by Martinez.
There's no way you can stop that shot, Curtis.
Oh,
Even
no.
you playing defense back in your days.
Well, he
Fade
had
away.
tremendous elevation on that one.
With 2 minutes to go, the Warriors up 16-4. Nice move. And once again, the defense by Campos
there's that second line of defense that Los Fresnos has to contend with.
And that's what Coach Hinojosa and the Falcons have to do is you got to keep driving and see if you can get Campos in foul trouble. I do remember last year we did the same game against Porter. The winner went to the regional tournament, and Rudy Campos was in foul trouble throughout the game. So that's going to be a big key to tonight's game. Can Rudy Campos stay away from foul trouble?
Also, Los Fresnos has to hit their free throws. If they don't hit their free throws, then it's going to be a long night.
And they go 0 for 2 with 1:45 to go. The score, the Warriors 16. As Gatlin tried to penetrate. Good hustle play to save the ball by Rudy Campos. Inside, and that's what happens when you, why do we throw the ball inside? Why is it important for basketball teams to do that, Curtis?
Well, it's always important to start out throwing the ball inside, especially when you have size, because the defense has to suck back in and help out, and then you can always kick it back out for the perimeter shot if you need to.
And we also know that inside, your percentages of shooting definitely increase.
Well, not to mention that you create foul situations when you dump the ball inside.
And right away, we're taking a look at when you miss free throws, this is already a 3-point turnaround since the Falcons missed 2 and Contreras hits his first one. That's right there, a 3-point turnaround. And like you said, Curtis, the Falcons cannot afford to not hit their free throws.
No, that's one of the things that they're going to definitely have to show up. They can't let this lead balloon too big either, because Rowe is a senior-laden ball club, and they're very experienced. They won't let you come back if they get you down too far.
Well, it's really important that the Falcons try to create some offense. They have been able to penetrate. However, the penetrations have not led to scores. So the Falcons, I'm sure Coach Hinojosa on their timeout told them, you know, keep driving, but you just got to finish.
Well, there, Gabriel Garcia got a little over-aggressive on that play outside there, but he doesn't really have to do that because he got the backup help inside.
Good defense by Gatlin. He's very lanky, very athletic. Nice pass outside.
He has an open shot there.
And that's what they have to do right there, a nice open three.
Well, if they can start to hit some shots, that's going to help them out. If they can start to hit those outside shots. Very difficult to take it to Rowe's size.
Campos inside and using
excellent move there. Excellent move. He sat down in the low post and just turned to his right and elevated over the defender.
And here comes the Falcons. Man-to-man defense, lots of pressure, tough shot. That's what good defense does for you. Here comes Alan Martinez to Gatlin. Gatlin with an open, look at those guys. And
that's nice great defense there by Los Fresnos.
Right there by the Falcons. Nice pass on the outside. These are the shots that the Falcons, and Campos with another rebound.
There's the run out by Rowe.
Fast break to Campos and a nice block. And that ends the first quarter.
Well, that was great recovery by Los Fresnos because they was beat on that fast break. But he got a little bit lazy on that one and didn't put it up quick enough.
Falcons are down 20-7. They are here to play. Let me give you some stats here for the first quarter. Right now, Jojo Martinez has 4 points. Rudy Campos, using his big size inside, has 6 points. Marcos Contreras also has 6 points. And Alan Martinez has 4 points, doing a fantastic job on the rebounds. Rudy Campos so far with 5 rebounds. Rudy Campos having a good game so far, Curtis.
Well, yeah, Rowe's playing good all the way around. Like I said before, they're a senior-laden ball club with a lot of experience. But Los Fresnos is scrappy. They're scrappy. If they can start to get some shots to fall, they may be able to climb back in this game.
So what do you think Coach Hinojosa is telling his Falcons right now, Curtis?
Well, right now he has to be telling them that it's a 4-quarter game and for them to settle down and start executing. They're not turning the ball over that much, but they're not executing and they're not hitting their shots right now.
Well, I think, what do you think Coach Yerba is telling his troops?
Well, he's telling them to keep the pressure on, keep applying pressure, and make it difficult on them. And hopefully they'll break down.
And here we go. Welcome to.
They're doing a great job of officiating out there tonight also.
Well, those officials are from the Rio Grande Valley chapter, and I want to tell you, they are agreed upon by both coaches, and that's why they're here. They're earned their keep by the way they officiated throughout the season. The Warriors still continuing in that pressure, man-to-man, trying to create chaos. That's what you do, try to get your steals, try to put the Falcons in difficult
Very
situations.
difficult to get to the basket on Rowe. If you beat one guy off the dribble, you have others there to help out.
And Campos continues to rebound as he got another rebound there. So far, Campos is having a tremendous night.
Well, he's a big physical specimen, and he's a presence inside, no question.
And now the Warriors trying to go inside. There's no, I mean, you can tell what the Warriors are trying to do. Here's a three-pointer by Maury Campos, who's also a very good three-point shooter. You know, although the Falcons are down 20-7, if they keep themselves from those turnovers. Another block by the Warriors. Here comes Alan Martinez leading the break. And here's a nice call on the outside. And that's what happens when you miss a shot.
This Martinez is one heck of a ball player. He took that ball from end to end and attacked the basket. He was just unfortunate not to get the shot to drop.
And that is 2 fouls on Campos. And quickly, Coach Yerba, realizing that with 6 minutes and 49 seconds to go, Campos already with 2 fouls.
Well, there he got caught going over the back there. He should have probably eased off of that one.
And those are the easy calls.
He's too valuable.
Everybody in the gym saw it.
He's too valuable. He has to lay off of that one with this type of lead. Los Fresnos trying to apply a little backcourt pressure, but Martinez breaks it.
Nice passing by the Warriors trying to find the open man. Gatlin with the ball on top of the key. Nice penetration by Gatlin using his body.
Oh, that's a great move there. Unfortunate not to get that shot to go.
And another timeout by Coach Hinojosa. With 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go, the Warriors are up 20-7. Coming in here, ranked number 9 in the state with a record of 30-1, went undefeated in district play. They have some very good victories. Curtis, the Rowe Warriors went out of the Valley. They beat San Antonio Edison 52-51. They beat Smithsonian Valley 63-61. They beat San Antonio Highlands 51-39. Then they went to another tournament where they beat Corpus Christi Miller 66-59, beat San Antonio Home 60-37. And also on January the 3rd, they beat Corpus Christi Carroll 63-48.
Those are all quality teams and big wins, very big wins. And
so far, the totals on the rebound, the Warriors doing a good job with 11 total rebounds, while the Falcons have 3.
You have to give Coach Yerba credit for going out there and playing those high quality teams. The only way you can be good is to beat teams that can beat you.
And the Warriors continue to play man-to-man defense. The Falcons trying to create.
Los Fresnos continues to try to run that high screen roll.
It doesn't look like the Falcons are using a lot of picks. They're just passing the ball and shooting.
Well, they're trying to screen. They're trying to get it to the high post. They're screening on the ball and trying to roll that guy, the screener, to the basket. But Rowe's defense is so tough that it's difficult for them to execute.
And
if you watch here, they'll bring a player to the high post and screen on the ball and try to roll him to the basket. There's the off screen there from the other side.
Okay.
Rowe is challenging every shot.
Here comes Gatlin. Boy, he can go fast.
Very athletic, Gatlin. This guy very athletic and rangy.
I don't know. If I'm playing defense, Curtis, he scares me. I don't know. He's just fast, lanky. He gets there quickly.
Well, once he gets you backpedaling, you're at his mercy.
take a look at the Warriors playing with 3 subs. Alan Martinez on the shot from the outside. Good hustle by Contreras. A nice pass inside, and it doesn't look like Gatlin can buy a basket here in the early going. Alan Martinez.
Well, once again, Gatlin was able to get a good look at the basket. His shot just not falling, but Rowe continues to hit the offensive board.
You know, what do you tell your teammates, Curtis, when your shots are not falling? What would you tell your teammates?
Well, you have to stay when he's taking good shots like he's doing. You have to just tell him to stay positive and confident and keep taking the shots as they come. They'll fall. He's too good a player for it to keep missing those shots.
Coming in as a substitute is Brandon Colon, number 22 for the Falcons. As the Warriors continue to hit their free throws, they're up 21-7 with 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go.
Got nice form on his free throw there.
So far, it's 5 fouls for the Warriors and 4 for the Falcons. Nice shot right there, quick shot. Hugo de la Cruz, no hesitation. The Warriors trying to see if they can find anybody open on the inside.
Los Fresnos is playing this matchup zone to try to keep Rowe from penetrating. But Martinez did a good job of hitting a jump shot from the key area.
You know, Martinez looks so relaxed out there. You can tell he's a senior.
Oh, yeah.
Very relaxed, very confident. The Falcons continue to move the ball on this pressure man-to-man defense. A nice hustle right there by Alex Keith. And that's what Coach Yerba likes to see. Somebody going for the ball, diving, and that's how you earn playing time.
Oh, that's excellent hustle there, and sometimes it breeds hustling from the other players.
De La Cruz with the ball.
There's that high screen I talked about earlier.
Moving the ball. Tough defense by the Warriors, causing another turnover.
That's the kick ahead.
And look out, look out. It looked like Gatlin was trying to fix his feet so he could dunk it, and that cost him.
Well, he lost his footing there.
And Gatlin is having such a tough time, and give credit
to
the Warriors. Number 20, Maury Campos, for hustling and getting the rebound. And a turnover by De La Cruz. Good defense once again by the Warriors. Maury Campos causing a turnover.
Gatlin has to keep attacking. He's off rhythm. He's out of sync and off rhythm now.
Gatlin with the ball, scoping the defense. And wow, are you kidding me? That was a NBA 3 right there by Alex Keith. Martinez again with a nice open shot.
He may have gotten hit on the elbow on that shot.
Well, we're going to have to take a look at that replay and see what official. Just didn't see it. But of course, Curtis, you and I as officials, we can see everything from right here.
Oh, yeah, it's easy to see it from here, but when you're on the floor, it's a different story.
Absolutely.
Action happens so fast down there.
Well, the score is 26-9. The defense for the Warriors is really what has made a difference, making it very difficult for the Falcons to get anything going. The Falcons continue to move the ball. Open shot.
It's a nice jump shot there.
A 3 by David Tejeda, who has been very aggressive all night. And it's Gatlin's turn. The score 26-12. You know, the Falcons don't hesitate to shoot. Another big 3 for the Falcons.
Well, as Rowe is playing.
Alex Simeon.
I was expecting Yerba to take a timeout there because he don't want Los Fresnos to make a run and make this thing close before halftime.
Well, a few seconds ago, Curtis, the score was 26-9. And those 2 quick 3s by Tejeda and Simeon, and that quickly makes a difference and gets them back into the ballgame. Actually, I mean, 26-15. I mean, I think Coach Hinojosa, based on all the mistakes they made, I think he's okay with that score. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. He'd be happy if he can cut this down under 10 going into halftime. He'd take that. As well as Rowe has played tonight, it feels like it should be up by more.
And let's see how important that run is, because Coach Yerba decided to bring back Rudy Campos. Is back in the game already with two fouls.
He's taking a big chance there, because if he picks up 3 before halftime, he's going to have to play a little bit more tentative in the second half.
Yeah, Coach Yerba, Jojo Martinez.
Los Fresnos did a good job of getting to him, forcing him into a tough shot.
There's a trap. Good job to get rid of the ball. The Falcons seem to be getting a little confidence. David Tejeda with the ball. David.
Rowe is starting to identify those shooters and do a better job of moving out to them.
Another nice shot on a follow-up right there by Juan Tamayo, and it's 26-17. The Warriors are up by only 9 points. And a foul inside. That will be team foul number 5. And that evens up the team fouls 5-5 on both sides. We don't get into the bonus until you get to the 7th team foul. 26-17. The Warriors have not scored in quite a while.
They're going to have to start getting the ball back inside. That's where they was effective at earlier.
And that's what Jojo Martinez is trying to do. Contreras inside.
They're going to have to do more of that. That's a great anticipation by Martinez.
Look out, here comes Alan Martinez.
Good job of staying under control, executing the shot.
And that was a good timeout by Coach Yerba, because they responded with 4 quick points.
Yeah, he stopped the run.
Well, those Falcons don't hesitate to shoot. Here comes Jojo Martinez. Looking down court, and that's what a good guard does. And he kind of lost his balance. And here comes a 3. David Tejeda. And another 3.
He's getting some confidence going. Rowe's going to have to get to him.
That's
with
6
a defender.
points for Tejeda. And that is his average.
I think Yerba may hold for the last shot here.
Well, 30-20. You don't want to get Campos another foul, so Coach Yerba's probably thinking, I'll take my 10-point lead into halftime. Six seconds to go. A big 3.
Great step back there. Unable to get it to go, though.
Well, we get to halftime on an entertaining first half between the Nikki Rowe Warriors, district champions, leading 30-20. And how do you see the first half from the Falcons side, Curtis?
Well, it appeared that they started out a little bit nervous and playing a little bit too fast. But in the second half, they seemed to settle down, and they was able to hit some shots, which got them back into the game. It's only a 10-point game now, so that they can go into halftime happy, thinking that they have a shot. They have to come back out early in the second half and try to keep the score close. And
well, that's what it's all about, Curtis, because they are the underdog, and 10 points is not too bad. And when you're the underdog, that's all you want to do is hang around, because then the pressure, would you say, turns around and goes to the team that's favored?
Well, yeah, you want to have a shot. You want to give yourself a chance going down the stretch. And if they can keep it close, they'll have an opportunity to maybe steal this game on the road. You know, they have a good crowd here, so that once they begin to settle down, they begin to play a little bit better.
Well, once again, it's basketball night in McAllen with the Nikki Rowe Warriors leading the Los Fresnos Falcons 30-20. I'm Mario Reina along with Curtis Lasper. We'll be back. Welcome back to basketball night in McAllen here on the campus of Nikki Rowe High School. By-district playoff game between the Nikki Rowe Warriors and the Los Fresnos Falcons. And let me go over some of the stats, Curtis. Courtesy of Mr. Lee Castro, a basketball official. For Los Fresnos, we have 4 points for Hugo de la Cruz, 6 points and 2 big threes to keep them in the game by David Tejeda, and 4 points by Juan Tamayo, 6 points on 2 3-pointers by Alex Simeon that kind of helped the Falcons stay in the game. For the Warriors, you have Jojo Martinez with 4 points, Rudy Campos with only 6 points inside. I think the Warriors need to take more advantage of his size. You do have Marcos Contreras with 8 points, and Alan Martinez having a big night with 10 points and 5 rebounds. Rudy Campos also having a big night on the board with 6 rebounds. Well, one of the things we need to look at, that we're going to take a look, Curtis, we were talking about at halftime, is what's going to happen here in the first 2 or 3 minutes. Who made the halftime adjustments? What do you think, Curtis?
Well, it's going to be all about adjustment. If you Los Fresnos, you want to continue on the momentum that you had going into that half, and they had some good momentum going, and try to cut into this lead. And if you're Rowe, you want to try to extend the lead. Having won that many games in a row, the last thing you want is a close game going down the stretch when it can go either way.
Okay, here we go. Jojo Martinez, point guard for the Warriors. Try to work the ball outside. Fake by Martinez. Nice move inside by Jojo Martinez.
Well, that was a good ball fake. He faked it to the corner there and laid it in.
And you know, I think the difference for Jojo Martinez and a lot of these kids that they've been playing club ball. That's something that's new to the Valley in the last 10 years. Club ball, where they're playing in the summer, has really picked up, Curtis.
Yeah, that last time down, he sold a defender on that ball fake and laid it in the basket.
Nice open pass inside. I don't know how he got open. Campos with another rebound.
Well, right there, he has to use the backboard and take that to the basket.
Martinez all the way in. Nice drive, and he picks up a foul.
Well, it looks like Coach Jebra has told Martinez to penetrate a little bit more. That's what he's done the last 2 times down. He's penetrated their defense and created problems inside for Los Fresnos.
Martinez is a very good free throw shooter, and I jinxed him. Shouldn't have said that. His dad's not going to like that. Sorry, Coach Arnold Martinez. I won't jinx him this time. He is a good free throw shooter, so don't make me look bad, JoJo.
Oh, that looked hard, too. Wow, unusual for him to miss 2 free throws.
De La Cruz on a quick jumper. Nice hustle by De La Cruz. Garcia, De La Cruz fighting for the jump ball.
Well, that's excellent hustle by both teams that time.
That was Jeremy Cifuentes and Garcia Gabriel. And of course, we don't have jump balls like we used to have in the old days, Curtis, when you played. Now it's a possession arrow.
Yeah, I think I might have preferred the jump balls.
Boy, no hesitation on that shot. Jojo Martinez with a rebound, and here he comes looking up court, and that's what a good guard does. Alan Martinez with a 3. A quick 5-point swing right here.
He may need a timeout here.
Maybe not.
Oh, this guy's really feeling it.
I'm impressed by this kid, David Tejeda.
Oh, he's really feeling it. He's got a lot of confidence right now.
Jojo Martinez trying to find something. And one of the players, it looks like Jojo might be having some trouble with his ankle. He will stay in the game, as Coach Yerba's looking with a lot of concern for his point guard. That's one player on any team. Who was your point guard back in your day, Curtis?
It was Mike Carroll. He was about 5'10", left-hander, but he was pretty good, though.
Oh, lucky bounce from JoJo.
He got a kind roll that time.
But you know, something that's not going to come out in that stat there was Alan Martinez tipping the ball out. He didn't get the rebound.
Good point. He was able to keep that ball alive, and he got 3 points out of it. Although he didn't make the point himself, his teammate, he created an opportunity for his teammate.
38-22, the Warriors with the lead. A nice steal by
great
Garcia.
Defense there.
Not a good pass.
He has to attack him.
Nice attack.
Did a great job of attacking the defender. Once you get a defender backpedaling, you must either cross him over or take it to him.
He's pretty much the defenders at everybody's mercy when that happens.
You can cross him over or reverse your dribble.
Alan Martinez, another three. And Alan Martinez thanking his friend over there, Campos, for the nice pass. And the Warriors seem to be getting that offense going. That's the first foul for Alan Martinez.
Seems to be feeling a little bit more comfortable shooting the ball this half. Los Fresnos is going to have to do a better job of getting to him.
Right, Martinez has 2 threes here in the second half, and that gives him 16 points. 16 points for Martinez.
When you hit 2 in a row like that, you're going to take a third one if you get a chance as a heat check.
And Coach Yerba doesn't like that call because Coach Yerba thinks that there was a push from behind that cost the travel. So Coach Yerba talking to one of the officials, letting him know that he didn't appreciate that call. Another missed layup by the Falcons, and that's about 4 or 5 layups they missed. And Alan Martinez feeling it. That's his third three. And so far, Alan Martinez putting on a show here in the second half with 3 3-pointers. That gives him a total of 19 points, Curtis.
Well, the Los Fresnos guard, he did a good job of cutting to the basket after the defender looked away. When the defender looks away, cut to the basket. But he failed to execute the lay-in.
I mean, he just looks so smooth on that. And that's what, when you hit 1-3, it just builds a lot of confidence. And just by taking a look at the Warriors walking around, as you take a look at the Nikki Rowe cheerleaders, you can see it in their body language, Curtis.
Well, what's happened is the exact thing that Yebra wanted to happen has happened. He's opened up this lead, and the Los Fresnos coach, he had the exact opposite happen. He didn't cut into the lead. Now he has to try to make a run to get it down under 10 again.
Within 3 minutes, the Warriors build on a 30-20 halftime lead to a 44-25 lead. And look at Alan Martinez.
Excellent rebound there.
And for you kids that want to play basketball, take a look at Alan Martinez. When he brings the ball down court, he's not looking down at the ball. He's always looking up to see if he can find a teammate. And that's going to be a big call right there on Rudy Campos. That is his third foul, and I would assume that Coach Yerba is going to bring in Chris Gatling, because that is the third foul with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter with a score 44-25. What could have Campos done on that one, Curtis?
Well, Coach Yerba wanted him to go ahead and use the backboard and shoot that ball due to the sizable lead that he has. He'd rather for him to try and bank that off the glass and live with it if he missed it.
And Rudy Campos better know that, because the scouts are here in case they advance to the next round. You can bet that the coaches are going to be playing that up.
If you try to go through a defender, you don't know if you're going to pick up a charge or you're going to get a block.
And a timeout was called when the Warriors were in possession. Now, the winner of this game, Curtis, will be playing the winner of the Sheridan Laredo United. Have you called or officiated for any of those two teams this year?
Well, I have. I had opportunity to call a couple of the Sheridan games. They can probably match up with their size with anybody. And then they have the guard coming back, who's a great player. So they're a formidable opponent if they can get into that next round.
But we know Coach Yerba's not thinking about that, and neither are the Warriors. Right now they're thinking about the Los Fresnos Falcons, coached by Marco Hinojosa. And I am impressed by that team. They have a lot of good hustlers. Here goes Gatlin. Foul call on the reach. And that is team foul number 2 by the Falcons. So far in this game, it's been a lot of body contact, but the officials letting both teams play. And that's all you want as a team. And there's a foul right there on a drive by Campos. And that's one thing that happens, Curtis. We are both officials. We know that on drives lots of times, more than likely the defense is going to foul.
Well, yeah, because they're at a disadvantage when the offensive player is driving toward them. They're going to have to make a tremendous play, not to foul. That's why a lot of coaches teach their players to attack the basket, because you're creating a good percentage of that you're going to foul.
And Campos makes the first free throw to make it 45-25 with 3:47 left here on the gymnasium of Nikki Rowe High School. Campos makes the second one, and now the Warriors with a 21-point lead. Within 4 minutes, they build a 10-point lead to a 21-point lead. And a lot of that has to be with the defense and good offense. A traveling call.
Well, he has to be more decisive on that. The pass, there was a good pass, but he wasn't real decisive on the move he was going to make.
Well, here in the second half, the Warriors came out of the locker room. I'm pretty sure Coach Yerba had a lot to say. They've responded with a 16-5 run here to start the third quarter with 3 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Martinez with the ball. He's had a good game. Gatlin, let's not forget, Gatlin he's been injured, and he hasn't come back. He hasn't had a lot of games. Good defense. A foul call on the defense. As Coach Hinojosa thought it was good defense. That is team foul number 4 for the Falcons. As Jojo Martinez will inbounds on the court. Contreras, Alan Martinez, Gatlin, and Garcia. Jojo Martinez with the ball, trying to create something for the offense. Good defense. And he does penetrate, does not finish. Here comes the Falcons trying to create a fast break. Good fake. Nice pass by the left.
That's a great left-handed outlet pass by Martinez.
And Jojo Martinez. You know, Jojo Martinez might not be the fastest kid out here, but he uses his body very well.
Oh, yeah, he uses his body well, and he's a very smart player.
You can tell he's played a ton of games. I think his dad had him playing when he was age of 3.
But that last time down, that was a tremendous outlet by Martinez with the left hand. Right on the money.
With that basket, the score is now the Warriors 48. The Falcons 27. Martinez inside. Once again using his body.
Exactly. Although he's not very, very tall, he uses his body well.
Martinez with 9 points in this quarter alone. You know, good defense by that Warrior defense. It's just all over the place, very aggressive. A foul on the Warriors. That is team foul number 3. That is the second foul on Alan Martinez. Of course, we know Rudy Campos is right now on the bench with 3 fouls. And one thing Rudy Martinez has to, as the rounds go on, Curtis, and if they get into the second and third round, he can't afford to spend a lot of time on the bench.
Oh, unquestionably, he can't do that. He's going to have to be a little bit more disciplined, because they need him out on the floor. He's too much of a force to have to be on the bench.
Of course, this is a by-district round, and the next round will be the area. And after that, it will be the regional quarterfinals. And this year, like last year, the regional tournament is on the campus of the University of Texas Pan American. Alan Martinez, that is an NBA 3.
Well, he gave it a good look.
Here comes the Falcons. Lots of speed shown by David Tejeda. An inside pass and a score by Roy Quesada. Here comes Alan Martinez. Look at that jump stop.
Oh, that's a great jump shot there. And he used his size and strength to get that basket.
Here comes Alan Martinez with a game-high 21 points and a foul.
This Martinez kid can really play. He can put the ball on the floor with either hand.
Right now, he's having a well of a game, not only scoring 21 points, but he also has 8 rebounds and very good defense. Right now, if I had to pick a player of the game for the Warriors, it would have to be Alan Martinez.
Great defense by the Los Fresnos guard there.
And a 5-second count.
Forced him into a 5-second count.
Now we have to remember that Chris Gatlin has been injured, so he needs a lot of playing time. How does that affect a player, Curtis? Were you ever injured when you played?
Well, fortunately, I was injured toward the end of the season. But it throws your timing off and your rhythm because you're not used to that everyday competitive environment. So it takes a little bit while to work yourself back into rhythm. But the deeper they go, the better he'll get.
It looks like there's just too much one-on-one basketball there, Curtis.
Yeah, they're not sharing the ball now. They're trying to do everything individually, and they're playing into Rowe's hand by doing that.
Can you believe that? Only a kid like Curtis, only a kid like Chris Gatlin could have made a play like that. We're just talking about his athletic ability.
Oh, yeah, and there he showed it by just beating the buzzer on that shot. Beating the guy off the dribble and landed in at the buzzer.
I mean, those are some long strides on a young man.
Oh, that was a great move.
Well, that concludes the third quarter. The Warriors having a fine quarter there. Came back and scored 24 points to take a 54-31 lead here going into the fourth quarter. And let me give you some stats for both teams. As my stat man Lee Castro helping me out, JoJo Martinez had a heck of a quarter there with 9 points, and that gives him 13 for the game. Also having a good quarter, not only did he have a great first half with 10 points, but he had 3 threes in this third quarter, giving him a total of 21 points and 8 rebounds. A fantastic game so far by Alan Martinez. Rudy Campos is back in the game as JoJo Martinez trying to make something happen. Curtis, he looked like he was going to travel on that one.
Yeah, he let the ball go just in time.
I think one of the players that listened to Coach Herba at halftime had to be JoJo Martinez. Nice steal by Campos.
They did a good job of shielding the defender with his body again.
And in that situation, he also had Gatlin on the outside, and
probably would have been an easier play to drop it off to Gatlin.
And that'd be probably something that Coach Herba will talk to JoJo. Don't make your life hard when you have Gatlin on the side. Let's get that layup and keep on trucking. That is team foul number 6 for the Falcons.
Always reward the big guys that's running the floor, and they'll continue to run the floor.
Absolutely. Take care of those big guys, no, Curtis?
Oh, yeah. You get a big guy out there, give him the ball out there on the break. Los Fresno's going to have to make a run here shortly to have any chance at all to win this game.
They're down 26 points, 57-30 now. The Warriors playing in that third quarter did look like the 9th-ranked team in the state.
Rowe has played tremendous defense throughout the night, though.
The Falcons trying to create something. There's Gatlin, and it looks like Gatlin, remember, Gatlin had a problem with his wrist.
Oh, he spotted the opening there and took it all the way in. That's a great job of spotting that the defenders weren't looking. And he just continued right to the basket.
And that's what Gatlin needs. He needs a lot of confidence. Nice block, good defense. And that's probably what Coach Herba was trying to do, is get Gatlin into the ball game. There's a long 3 by JoJo Martinez. Good rebound by Campos. Using his left, JoJo Martinez cleaning up. And a good hustle play right there by Campos. You know, Campos doesn't get a lot of credit, but that kid just does the things right. He plays good defense. He passes the ball. He's always hustling on the defensive end. If we take a look at the replay, a couple of missed shots by the Warriors, but a lot of hustle, and Campos earns. He's a good free throw shooter. And you know, if they make this basket, Curtis, just like that, the Warriors take a 10-point lead and they increase it to 30.
Yeah, Los Fresnos had some tough luck starting the half, and they missed a few layups, and Rowe capitalized on it and took advantage of it.
Beautiful form, beautiful shooting form by Campos. And that makes it 61-31 here in the fourth quarter. The Warriors showing why they've won 29 games in a row. Nice backdoor play by the Falcons, and the Warriors get the ball back. The winner of this game will play the winner between the Sherland Rattlers and the Nikki Rowe Warriors in the area round. Oh! Campos wanted to bring excitement to the fans as he missed a dunk. And a quick three-pointer right there by David Tejeda, who has played very well tonight for the Falcons. Here comes Martinez with a penetration.
That's great penetration and a great dish.
Great assist right there by Jojo Martinez. So Jojo scoring a lot here in the second half and also passing the ball off.
Rowe's big guy does a great job of stepping up, helping out the guy once he get beat off the dribble. Even though they get beat off the dribble sometimes, you still don't have anywhere to go because their big guys step up so well.
Coming into play now for the Warriors is Asante Zuniga, a junior. As Jojo Martinez bringing the ball down. You have 10 seconds to pass half court. Martinez has to be careful with a 5-second count. Campos.
Well, it's lucky he got his hand on that ball because he had a clear path to the basket for an easy lay-in.
Once again, 5 minutes to go here at the campus of Nikki Rowe. The Warriors up 63-34. Gatlin with the ball. Trying to create something.
Oh.
Another assist by Jojo Martinez to Gatlin. Nice pass. Great pass. Coming back into the ball game for the Warriors is going to be Alex Keith. With the score 65-34, the Warriors pretty much have this game in hand. And it was a wake-up call there for them in the first half, Curtis, with the score only 30-20.
Oh, yeah, they came out in the second half really aggressive defensively and executing offensively.
And you and I talked about how important the first 3 minutes of the game were going to be. Who made those right adjustments?
Yeah, Yebra did a good job of making adjustments inside, and his players came out and responded well.
Here's the stat that a lot of people don't know, that the Warriors, since they started high school basketball here, they've been in the playoffs every single year.
Well, that's great defense there. You got called for an offensive foul. When you're playing defense, you got to always move your feet. Move your feet and don't reach.
Curtis, were you more of an offensive player or a defensive player?
Well, I tried to do both, but we had specific jobs that we had to do. So mine was primarily rebounding and scoring whenever I could. Oh, that's a great defense there. Must have got him with the body.
Must have got him with the body. Shot. Well, yeah, you know, Los Fresnos has nice athletes, as we saw the replay. But one of the questions I wanted to ask you, Curtis, is your team beat the Indiana Hoosiers when they had Isaiah Thomas. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
What was the key to victory? I mean, you guys were an underdogs, unless you were the only guys on your team that felt like y'all were not the underdogs.
Well, I think all the rest of the guys that we played with, none of them thought we were underdogs. We wanted to beat a big-name school like that to try to hopefully get some publicity. But they had a great ball club, but we had some good players too.
That's great. And you also beat the Marquette ball club that year, didn't you? And went to the NIT.
Yeah, we was able to beat Marquette, and they had Doc Rivers, the current coach of is it the Clippers?
That's right. Yes, Doc Rivers. I didn't know that.
But they're a great ball club. But you can't play against a team's name when you get out there. You got to just do it between the lines and have a lot of confidence.
I know you guys also beat Wichita State that year.
Yeah, they had a great ball club too. A lot of size, a lot of athletic people they had on that team.
And they still have a pretty good club.
Yeah.
I mean, this year they're one of two teams that are undefeated in college basketball. Here comes Gatlin.
A lot of times it comes down to execution and possessions. Good job of driving that ball to the basket there.
And that ball is going to be dead because it hit the top of the pole. And Coach Yerba is going to start subbing, letting some of these kids that work very hard, giving them an opportunity to see how it feels to be in a by-district playoff game.
Well, if Rowe continue to play this well, they're going to be really a hard team to beat in the playoffs. Somebody's going to have to play a heck of a game to beat them.
Well, you got 4 or 5 players on this team that on any given night, anyone can beat you. And tonight, Alan Martinez, who I don't know if you agree with me, Curtis, but he would be my player of the game.
Oh, no doubt. Well, he did everything. He hit the boards hard. He was able to score. He was able to set up his teammates. He did pretty much everything. That's a great spin move there.
You know, and Rudy Campos thinks he's a guard. That was a nice spin move.
That was a nice spin move. As I said before, when you go toward the defender, you can either reverse your dribble or cross him over. But since he was that close to the basket, that was an excellent choice of moves by doing a spin move.
And that shows his athletic ability. That gives him 10 points for the night. And with 8 rebounds, he's only 2 rebounds away from a double-double. I know he spent a lot of time on the bench because that was his 11th point. And he spent a lot of time on the bench because of foul trouble. But Alan Martinez having a tremendous game today.
Oh, yeah, he's a great player.
He has 21 points and also 8 rebounds. But there early in the third quarter, it was like he said, I'm taking over this game. And he certainly did take over his game. And then JoJo Martinez started to score, and he hit some key baskets. And now the game is 70-42.
Well, Martinez is a very unselfish player, too. He gets his teammates involved also.
And pretty much with 2 minutes to go, the Warrior backups, here's Justin Owens, who is also the quarterback on the team. A foul. Coach Hinojosa wanted a intentional foul, but many times when you go for the ball, they are just going to call a regular foul. With the score 70-42, there's no reason why the Warriors would want to foul intentionally at this time.
Well, he should have probably let that go ahead and give up that lay-in and let the clock continue to run.
Well, you know, as a coach, Curtis, would you think that it was, even though Coach Edward didn't want a 30-20 lead, do you think that was something that he used to his advantage to tell his team that if you don't play 4 quarters, you can go home?
Yeah, he probably gave him a good, motivating speech at halftime, and they came out in the second half and responded well.
Overall, to get to the next level, which is going to be the area playoff game, they'll be playing the winner of the Sharon Laredo United. By the way the Warriors played here, how do you know, they're ranked 9th. This is going to be win number 31. 30 consecutive victories. Do you think the pressure mounts on you, or you gain more confidence?
Well, you should gain more confidence, but as long as you can keep some separation, that's another great spin move there.
A great spin move by Justin Owens, a very popular young man here on the campus of Nikki Rowe High School.
As I stated, the further you go along in the playoffs, the better the teams are going to be. Now, they're not going to be able to beat everybody by 30, so how are you going to respond when the games are a lot closer? That's going to be the difference also.
You know, Justin Owens, number 2, was a quarterback for the Nikki Rowe Warriors, their first team all-district performer, having a all-state kind of year, and then he got hurt. It's good to see him out here. He had some kind of problem with the neck and wasn't able to play football, but it's good to see him come out here and compete. A very well-liked young man, as you can tell by the student body. How important is it for high school basketball to have home court advantage?
Oh, that's a big help, because you get so much energized when you got a lot of people cheering for you. It energizes you that much more. So it's a great help.
Well, you know, we as officials, you and I, as officials, we don't root for teams, but I certainly would like for the Sherland Rattlers to win their ball game. That way we can have a battle between two very good ball clubs here in the Valley. And let's not forget that Edinburgh North, they also have those twin kids, those Beltran kids that are very good.
Yes.
Harlingen South has 2 very outstanding athletes in Nick Garcia and Grant Presido. Very good athletes. The Cardinals, they always have talent.
Yes.
So it's going to be very interesting this year.
Oh, that would be an exciting ball game to watch if Sherland could somehow find a way to get by their game. And it would be a great crowd there to see that game.
Nice rebound inside. Good hustle right there.
It's always good for the guys that don't play a lot to get in the scoring column.
Yeah, so Santi Zuniga scoring. The Falcons didn't give this game up. They came in here, they hustled. I'm sure it's a bittersweet victory for Coach Yerba, because he had to beat one of the players that he used to coach when he started coaching at Brownsville Lopez. Nice hustle. And that should do it, Curtis. And that brings a conclusion to this bi-district playoff, as the Nikki Rowe Warriors put on a second half show, scoring 46 points, if I do my math correctly, here in the second half, putting on a show to win this game 76-47. The Warriors are bi-district champions, win number 31, 30 consecutive victories, having an outstanding season. Curtis, how would you like to wrap up this game? What is your take on your congratulations on doing a fine job
Thank you.
on your commentating, but how do you see the overall game?
Well, it was a game of runs, and Rowe came out in the second half, and they executed well, and Martinez got hot, and JoJo Martinez did a great job of penetrating at the beginning of the first half, and once they got the lead, they just never looked back. So they're a very deep ball club and very experienced ball club. So they may go far into the playoffs.
Well, it was very obvious that even though the score was 30-20, you have a senior ball club. All those games that they played against real difficult teams,
yeah,
I'm sure it didn't scare them. There were some games that they won against a real quality teams, and that's a credit to Coach Yerba, making sure that they went out and played some San Antonio schools.
Yeah.
That when they met the challenge, they were not going to panic, and they came back here in the second half and showed why they are the 9th-ranked team in the state.
Oh yeah, no question. They played really well. Los Fresnos played as well as they could play, and they played as hard as they could play. Let's give credit to Los Fresnos. They did a fantastic job at times, but they just weren't able to sustain it throughout the game.
Well, we'd like to thank everybody who joined us here For Carlos Glasper and Mario Reina, thank you for joining us here in basketball night in McAllen. I would also like to thank Lee Castro, who is also a fellow official and came out here and provided us with some real interesting stats. I'd like to congratulate all of the Nikki Rowe Warriors and wish them the best of luck in the area playoffs.